Hey guys, last night I went to see Vampire Academy with my boyfriend. Well, I liked it for the most part, but there were some parts here and there that I didn't care for. Now, this is my first movie review, my first review of anything actually, so bear with me if it's not that great. Okay, first, I'm gonna review all the cast members, at least the main ones, tell you what I like and didn't like about them, and then I'll tell you what worked and what didn't work for this movie. We'll start with the lead, Zoe, who, of course, you should know plays Rose Hathaway. Okay, well, I wasn't sure about her because she was a former Disney star, and I'm not really into Disney stars. I mean, most of them, they're kind of childish, kiddish sort of acting. I don't really care for it. I think she did a good job. I mean, I didn't think that she would do that well, but she played off Rose really well. Um, she showed the sarcasm. She showed like her fierce side. She, like, I really liked it. I was really impressed. But there were some things, like mostly when she was trying to be really funny. Some of it came off a little bit cheesy, but that could have also been because of how it was written. I don't know. I mean, hopefully we'll get Frostbite to see if maybe she can show more of the serious side. She came off a little more funny than serious, but she did have some parts when she was really serious, and I liked that. I was really impressed. Okay, now Lucy, who plays the second female lead, Lissa, I liked her for the most part. I wasn't crazy about her Australian accent. I mean, she did try to have the American accent, and it did work really well, but you could still hear a little bit of it in her dialogue. Um, she was really good for the most part. One of the only things I really had a problem with was when she was trying to show the depressed side of Lissa, because anyone that's read the books knows about Spirit and what happened to her, what it did to her, and she didn't really play them off as well as she could have. Without spoiling the movie or anything like that, there were two incidents where she's having some kind of dream, and anyone that's read the books knows in the first book about the nightmare that Lissa has. Without, I'm not trying to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't read the books, but she didn't really come off as scared at all with these nightmares. She just kind of sounded more, I had a bad dream. I didn't really care for it that much, but other than that, I really liked her acting. I thought it was really good. Okay, now our main male lead is, of course, Dimitri. Um, I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so I think it's Danilaya. I don't know. I'm probably pronounced this wrong, and I apologize. But I was really impressed with him for the most part. He he showed the seriousness and the godlike qualities of Dimitri. Like, for the most part, it was really good. He's Russian too. I mean, that's a plus. Now, I didn't find him very attractive. I mean, he's attractive, but on a scale 1 to 10, I'd say he's maybe more of a 6. Um, when Dimitri seems to be in the books described more as a 10 or 10 plus. Well, anyways, the only problem I really had with his acting was he smiled a little too much. And I didn't really think of Dimitri, especially earlier on, being very smiley. I mean, he has his moments, obviously. And he melts down for Rose. But other than that, I mean, I didn't really think that was really good for him to be smiling too much. Maybe I'm picking a little too much, I don't know. But for the most part, I mean, he did really well too. Okay, our second male lead, at least I consider him a second male lead, would be Christian. And okay, I love Christian's character in the book. I mean, he's probably one of my favorites. Like, Adrian would probably be the second one. But anyways, like, I was just impressed by Dominic. He did amazing. Like, I think he was probably the best one in the entire movie. I mean, he really showed like Christian's sarcastic ways, his darkness, all that, and I'm not gonna spoil the movie or anything, but he does something in there. I mean, it's just a nightmare. I won't tell you exactly what's going on. But in the nightmare, he's really scary. Like, it scared me at first, and I got angry. But like, I really liked it. I really liked his acting. He was really good. And to be honest, I didn't really think Dominic was going to do that well. They say don't judge a book by their cover and everything, and that's what people shouldn't do about Vampire Academy just because of the word vampire in it. But I judged Dominic not really knowing him because he didn't look the part of Christian. But now after seeing him act, he is Christian. He's definitely Christian. Alright, another male actor that I was impressed with was the man that plays Victor, Lissa's sort of uncle in a way. Family friend, but she considers him an uncle. Well, in the movie, well, in the first book too, if you know, he's really sick. And he was supposed to be successor to the throne, and his illness, his chronic illness, is making it that he can't be a successor and everything. Well, the actor, I think, did really well. The makeup crew did awesome, making him look really sick and everything. And the actor, I think, did really well. He's a little weird, kind of creepy, but I think it works. He's more of those. He almost seems to, like, the actor tries to be more of an ancient vampire kind of feel, and I think it came off really well. And I think it worked for the movie really well. One of the actresses I was not impressed with whatsoever in the movie was the actress that played the headmistress. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I can't. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But anyways, I mean, I didn't expect her to be a young woman. I expected her to be older and everything. But now I'm thinking, the books are told in Rose's point of view, and she's a biased character. So she could be described as old and ugly by Rose, but then be really pretty. Well, anyways, I think the actress tried too hard. Her her acting was too exaggerated, and maybe it would work well on, some kind of high school play, but not for a movie from Hollywood. I really was not impressed with her at all, and I really wouldn't mind if she got recast in Frostbite. Okay, the actress that played Natalie, as most people know, she's from Family. I actually just saw an episode of Modern Family, and it's kind of funny because she's playing this very popular girl. I mean, I've only seen one episode, so maybe I don't know her that well, but she seems to be very popular with the guys and all that. And then she's playing the exact opposite in Vampire Academy, and I loved it. I think she was a great actress. I mean, there were a few times it was a little weird, but Natalie's supposed to be weird. So that works out. I mean, one of the only times is near the end. I'm not going to spoil anything. Book readers will know what I'm talking about, but anyone that only is going to see the movie doesn't know anything about the books wouldn't know. Well, anyways, I was really impressed with her, and she she just wowed me. I mean, she really wowed me. I really don't have many complaints about her at all. Okay, Cameron. He plays Mason, who is one of Rose's best friends at the academy, and also he has a huge crush on her. But Rose doesn't feel the same way about him, so he's pretty much friend zoned. He's that good guy that the girls should be going after because he'd be there for her, but he's too sweet and innocent, and they see of him more as a brother kind of way. Well, anyways, when I found out he was cast for Mason, I was overjoyed. I had maybe a week beforehand seen him play as a guest star in an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. And looking at him, I'm like, that's him. That's the actor that has to play Mason. And then when they cast him, and I'm like, that guy looks really familiar, I looked, and that was him, and I was just overjoyed by it. I just wish that he had been in there a little bit more. I mean, he's a good actor. I mean, I saw him on Law and Order, and I thought he was just perfect for Mason. But the movie, he's really not in it much at all. There's only a few scenes that he's in it, just like really short too. And I just wish that we could see a little bit more of Mason. So I'm hoping that we get Frostbite because everyone knows You get a lot more Mason in Frostbite. If you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. But I really liked him, and I just wish they would have had him in a little bit more. Okay, Sammy, she plays as Mia. And anyone that's read the books knows that Mia's one of the bad guys in the first book. She's not the number one bad guy, but you gotta watch out for her. Anyways, I wasn't impressed with her. I really wasn't. I didn't really care for the actress. I mean, when I saw her cast, I was like, oh yeah, she's cute. I mean, she has that doll-like quality. I mean, she had those big eyes, that nice skin and everything. I mean, I thought, oh, well, she has short hair. They're gonna put a wig on her. I mean, it's not that hard to put a wig on. Well, they don't. They don't put a wig on. And I'm thinking maybe it's because Lucy kind of has curly hair too, and Mia's supposed to have this really curly doll-like hair. And maybe they decided, oh, people might get confused who is Lissa and who is Mia. They might think that they're the same actress or something like that. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I mean, they could have easily, given Sammy this curly wig and straightened Lucy's hair. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal, and everyone would know who Lissa is. But anyways, I mean, the actress, for the most part, I mean, she was good. I mean, she was okay. But she was a little over-exaggerated, too. Not as much as the actress that played the headmistress, but she was still a little too exaggerated, and some of her scenes were a little weird. But anyways, for the most part, I mean, she was okay. I wouldn't mind seeing her play as Mia again. But, you never know. Okay, Ashley, he plays as Jesse, who is the hottie of the school. A lot of the girls like him, but... Okay, Ashley plays as Jesse. Jesse is the hottie bad boy of the school. Well, I think the actor did really well playing Jesse. He acted how I think Jesse would be. A little arrogant, jerk. I hated Jesse. I really did. And I think they did really well of casting him. Now, personally, I don't find him attractive, but I'm not really into that type of guy, so I wouldn't. But I think they did really good with him. I mean, I don't really have many complaints. Okay, Claire. She plays as the teacher Sonia Karp. Without spoiling the books and everything, and without spoiling the movie, I will say she's a little nutty, but there's a good reason for it. The actress, she tried. She definitely tried to show off the craziness, and maybe that was the way it was intended to look. I didn't really imagine her being the way she is, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing her again. I really wouldn't. I mean, Sonia, I really like her. And anyone that reads Bloodlines will know what I'm talking about. I mean, for the most part, I liked her. I mean, maybe I wasn't crazy about the crazy act, but maybe she'll do better. Who knows? Okay, the actress that played the queen, Tatiana, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I may be pronouncing it wrong. Again, bad at names. Well, anyways, I imagined her to be a little older, but, Moroi, they're beautiful. They look young longer. So, and then also combining the fact that she's royal, so she's gonna have money. So, I mean, her looking like that, no problem to me. I just imagine her looking a little older. Well, anyways, didn't care for the queen in the books, and I don't care for her in here, but it's not because the actress is acting, it's just because I didn't care for the character. I wanted to punch the queen in the book, I want to punch her in the movie. I think she did a good job. Okay, I know there's a few cast members I didn't review, but if I reviewed everyone that was in the movie, this video would be so long, really long. Well, anyways, now I'm just gonna go over some of the good points and some of the bad points about the movie. I'll start with some of the stuff that I really didn't care about the movie. For starters, some of the lines were really, really cheesy. I mean, if you saw the clip from the MTV New Year's Eve thing, Christian and Mia, they're like, fire magic you, water magic you. I hated that. I thought that was stupid. Like, honestly, I think, why couldn't Christian just say, I'll burn you into ash, and then Mia would be like, oh, well, I'll put myself out before you get the chance. You know, something like that. That was probably the worst line in the entire movie. It really bugged me, but, I mean, there really weren't that many other lines that were that bad. I mean, yeah, there were some that were really cheesy, and I think it was trying to be funny, but some of them were trying to be a little too funny. I mean, yeah, Vampire Academy, the first book, it's a lot lighter than the other books. So maybe them trying to do this funny thing to try to bring in more audience, younger audience and everything. And like, hey, this is a good movie. Look, it's also a comedy. So there you go. But I didn't really care for how much comedy they put into it. But at the same time, I liked it too because it kind of gave you that edge off when, you know, the serious parts did happen. Kind of helped out a little bit. But, like I said, some of it was a little cheesy. Just a little. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I'm gonna say the thing that annoyed me the most about the movie was some of the references to some of the pop culture things, you know, like Facebook and the iPhone and Jesse asked Rose, what's a hashtag? I mean, it kind of seems stupid to have it in there. I know they're trying to reach out to a younger audience, and obviously we can relate to that stuff. But at the same time, it felt like they were trying too hard, just like with the cheesy lines. One of my greatest concerns when I saw the music video, and by the way, I love the music video. I absolutely am in love with it. I mean, it's just amazing. Like, I like the song that plays with it. I like how they describe the different races at the very beginning. And I liked seeing all the clips from the movie before I was able to go and see the movie myself. Like, I really wish that that had been the official trailer. I really, really feel, I mean, this is my personal opinion, but I really feel that if that had been the official trailer, we would have had a lot more people in the theater. I mean, my showing, we had 11 people in, so I mean, that's pretty good. But it's not as good as it could be. But anyways, in there, it shows the Strigoi on the school attacking the students and stuff. Book readers will know like what my concern is. I'm about something in the later books. But I'll just put ease on everyone without spoiling anything. You have nothing to worry about. That's all I'm going to say. You got nothing to worry about. And it was just such a relief to me when I found out that everything was good. There's really not much I have to complain about. I mean, like I said, overall, I was pretty impressed with this movie. I mean, yeah, some stuff could have changed, some stuff could have worked a little better, you know. Like some of the actors and actresses that I've already mentioned seem to not really do that well. Maybe that's just my personal view, I don't know. But, I mean, for the most part, I really feel like the actors embraced their characters, portrayed them very well, and for the most part, the director and the writer and everyone else working for the movie understood what Vampire Academy was about. And they tried their best to get it into the movie. And I really liked that they did that. One of the things I really liked about this movie is that it stayed pretty true to the book. I mean, yeah, things changed. I mean, they always change when you're making a movie out of something that was a book. You can't fit every single thing that was from the book into the movie. I mean, that's impossible. We'd have crazy long movies that no one would want to sit through. I mean, maybe, you know, diehard fans might, and I mean, maybe I wouldn't mind either, but at the same time, you know, they want to get more audience, and people that haven't read the books and aren't crazy about it, like, you know, some of the diehard fans are, would get annoyed and probably walk out halfway through and just say that the movie's stupid. But anyways, overall, I'd give the movie a 7 out of 10. I mean, it could have been better, but it was still really good. I loved it. I want to see it again. I wanted to see it again as soon as I got out of the theater. When I saw the credits going, I just wanted to tell them to rewind it and play it again, but can't. Well, I hope you liked this review. Again, this was my first one, so I'm a little not sure if I did really well or not. So just tell me in the comments what you think, what I missed maybe. Tell me if you've seen the movie. I don't know. And like I said, do anything you can to try to get people to see this movie because We want Frostbite. Fans know, the book fans know, Frostbite is when it gets serious. Especially, at the end. I mean, I love Frostbite. It's probably one of my favorite books in the whole series. And I want to see the movie version. I want to see it. I want to see Adrian. I want to see Eddie. I want to see Rose's mom. I mean, I want to see this movie. So I'm really hoping that we can turn this around and make the movie a success. Now, I'm a member of this one group on Facebook. I'm going to put a link in the bottom in the description. And I'm also going to put the link of the page I admin if you want to like it. I mean, it's a Dimitri fan page, and if you're a Dimitri fan, you might want to go and like it. But anyways, thank you for watching, and hopefully, we get Frostbite, we get Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, Last Sacrifice, and hey, I doubt it, but hey, maybe we'll even get her bloodlines if this is really well. I know that this book series is probably one of the best ones ever written. I mean, yeah, probably my opinion here. It has a huge fan base. I mean, it's not as big as the fan bases of Hunger Games and Harry Potter, but it could very well be. I think we can do this. I think we can get more people to see this and make this into a big deal. So, thank you for watching, and see ya!